Beck.
Here.
Am I pronouncing it correct? Shout?
Shout,
Shout.
just like
Okay.
SHOUT.
Okay. And Heidemann.
Heidemann.
Yep. And Dingman's here.
Okay. Certify posting of the meeting?
Meeting was posted on June 17th at Quick Trip at 2:29, at Nakusa Port Edward State Bank at 2:36. It was emailed to the Tribune at 1:39 PM, posted to the town website at 1:45 PM, and posted at the town hall at 1:56 PM.
Thank you. Approval of the agenda?
So move. Second by Pat.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Apparently, there's no citizen comment. So we'll move on to approval of the May 8th, 2025 meeting minutes.
Back to make a motion that passes.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, discussion or request to come up with goals and importance of voting. So it's my understanding that we're here to hire, fire, and discipline. So I'm not exactly sure what we want to do with this. Any comments
You know, I'm
or?
not sure either. Goals. I mean, what goals do we
Yeah.
have?
Our goals are in that book. We go by the book. And even the lawyer said, what's his name?
Kyle Gulia.
Yeah.
Our job is just hire and fire and overlook.
Yep.
Nothing.
Do,
Oh,
I was
go
just
ahead.
gonna ask if we wanted Mr. Gulia, is that his name? Am I pronouncing that right?
Yep.
If we want him to come and talk to us. Because I think being that I'm new, you're new, maybe that would be something that we would want to just pursue. Have him just come
And he's the attorney who
to,
advises us?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
is,
We could try getting them in. I would say sure.
okay,
That way there, maybe everybody get the point of what our goal is.
okay.
What was the issue on importance of voting? Voting in this, having this group together to vote, or what was,
I-
I don't understand that part of it.
I never really got that either. When,
I
I don't know if you meant
really know.
voting in the town, you know, when the town has
yeah,
elections or,
I wish he would have came today, but, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that was really, what he was aiming for there.
And that came from Carl?
yeah, I think Carl brought it up, yeah.
Okay.
And then I just wanted to make a point too. It seemed, if you remember, Carl had, kind of discussed maybe disbanding the Police and Fire Commission because he had to be fiscally responsible to the citizens. And I don't know if he wanted us to start meeting every month. My opinion on that is, if he's trying to watch his budget, I mean, I made a whole $180 last year doing this.
Well, you know, at the
I
end
mean,
of
I
the
don't,
meeting, I made
I
a,
would do it for free.
but I made
but-
a comment at the end of the meeting about, we only have to meet when required.
Right, and I was getting to that. I mean, if there's not an issue and we don't have anything to meet about, why are we meeting? We're just gonna be getting a paycheck for meeting for nothing. For 5 minutes, we're gonna be getting $27 and whatever,
Yeah.
So, I don't know if we can maybe ask Carl to come to the next meeting and maybe clarify some of the stuff. Because that's, I mean, even last year, we took the summer off because there's so much going on with everybody that it was hard to even form a meeting. And then we started back in September again.
Well, even the
So-
attorney said that. He's the one that said that you only meet when you have to.
Right. Right. So I don't, I don't know if Carl just didn't, I mean, if he's getting bad information or if he just didn't realize what happened between us and our labor attorney. So,
Okay, so I will reach out to our attorney and have him, and then we can move forward from whatever he says.
Yeah, or even if he can't show up, have him have a printout, piece of, out of that book, what our job responsibility is.
Okay.
Are you for, Jason, you got an opinion on this?
I think it'd be good to hear it directly from him for the new
Yeah.
members, whether that's him coming back to the meeting or at least giving his outline
Um,
of what he went over. The PFC attorney, Kyle Gulia, does have a season, so there's times when he's up here where maybe we could get him so you don't have to pay travel
Okay,
and everything else.
Okay. okay.
On Monday morning or something when he's already up here, but. And I wasn't at the last meeting, so like the goals and stuff, I don't really know. Maybe it's the stuff like with the farmer's market. Was that the kind of thing that they were talking about? The just outreach involvement of what you guys did last year? I don't know. I wasn't here.
I think he was looking at the goals of each of us, what we think should happen with that's what I got out of it.
Like our goals versus police or fire's goals?
Our goals as a committee member of what we think should
Oh.
happen to this police and fire commission, the way it's run.
I mean, the only other thing that I could come up with is, I know when I spoke with Carl before joining this committee was, they talked about, the ability to keep the number of policemen that we are, police officers that we need here. And I don't know if there's a turnover issue or retention issue with the police officers, and if that could be a potential goal. If we've got a high turnover rate, is there, any steps that we can take as a group that is gonna reduce the amount of turnover that we have in the organization? So we're not looking at hiring 10 cops a year, but 3 cops a year because we have less turnover. And is that a type of goal or objective that, we might look at ways that we can do that? That's the only thing I could think of after
Yeah.
Pat mentioned about the goals and objectives.
and we've discussed that in the past, and, I mean, historically, I think Jason can agree too, the smaller departments everywhere have problems holding on to people. It is just what it is,
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's a
You know.
challenge. I'm sure it's a challenge.
so,
Knock on wood, we're stable. We have one opening right now, the CSO opening, but I believe, what did we have? I don't remember off the top of my head. Was it 3 applicants when we tried to
Yeah.
fill that the last time? And we're competing against Wisconsin. Right now, there's open spots at Adams County Sheriff. There's several open at Wisconsin Rapids. There's openings in Stevens Point. And so if you're an officer attending Midstate, getting your degree, are you gonna come to the town of Rome where you're a patrol officer and there's no other areas for you to go? Or are you gonna go to Wisconsin Rapids where you could be promoted to a sergeant, a school liaison, a K-9, a detective, a lieutenant, a sergeant? There's just a lot more advancement at the other, and so we're really competing with the larger ones. When I applied to get hired here, I believe there was 3 spots and 100 applicants for the 3 spots. So times have changed, and at my chief meetings, that's across the state of Wisconsin, that's the number one thing that has been said, is it's a challenge to hire. They've changed. When I went to school, you had to pay for the academy on your own, then you got hired. Now they're hiring people without the academy and paying to send them. The whole hiring process for police has drastically changed due to the resource of qualified candidates that's available. So I'm open to any ideas to, to recruit people and have a list, because this commission always used to have a list. If somebody left, we had people waiting. We made a phone call when they put their resignation in and had an eligibility list of people waiting to come. We don't have such lists right now. Like I said, I have one opening now, the CSO position that's budgeted for, that's still, we went through the applicants we had and we weren't able to fill the position.
Yeah, that's everywhere. That,
And then
that whole hiring.
we do have an area turnover. We use part-time for the boat patrol, and those people are in the school, you know, trying to become full-time. We hire them, and if we get 2 years out of them, that's what's expected. So there's gonna be that turnover with those part-time people. I would call it like Wood County has Wood County Reserve Program. That's kind of what our boat patrol is. They have limited function and they're in school, and once they're done, they get full-time, and we hire new ones each spring.
Okay.
Any more discussion? Okay. So you said that we do not have any people on the list, so we don't really need to go into closed session?
Yeah, we still do because we have follow-up before you and,
Oh, okay,
Chuck came. There was a couple things that we'd like to follow up on.
okay, so then I need a motion to go into closed session,
I'll make the motion.
okay?
And then, okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
You have to
Okay.
take a-
Oh, I have to take
you
a,
have to take a roll call to go into closed session.
okay. Bob?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
And then if you could, just close that door.
Do you want me present for this, or do you just, I think this is more commission.
I'm not really sure. Do you normally say? let Taylor know that we're reconvening?
I think she saw him
Oh,
call me, and so she's,
Okay. All right, so we'll reconvene with, number 9 on the agenda. Jason? However, we don't have any applicants to review.
you have to take a vote to come back in, so 9.
Oh,
We did,
read it.
yeah, we did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the only action you could do is do a new eligibility list or do it at your next meeting.
Okay,
Could be your action that you take.
okay. And, okay, so do we just advise you that?
Yeah, if you're
Okay.
directing me to,
Yes, yes, we will direct you
Okay.
to put out for applications.
okay.
Is everyone good with that?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Then we can move on to next agenda items. And next time.
And
I, oh, go ahead.
I would think we'll try to get hold of that attorney and talk to Carl.
We get the police and fire reports.
Police and fire reports.
Depending when your next meeting is, the applicants should be, if I post that today and set it with your meeting, you'd have the applicants
Okay.
available, depending when you're scheduling that. I don't know if you're planning on talking
I
to.
was not, we're gonna talk to the attorney, so I would think we'd wanna put it out a little bit farther, right? Than a month? Or do we wanna meet in a month?
No, I mean, to give you time, if you wanna, I don't know how everybody else feels, did you wanna put it out till August, or?
Say that
I
again.
mean, because we don't wanna
Because
rush
we,
applicants,
yeah,
right?
well, and yeah, Jason's has gotta do posting for police applicants, and then we have to get a hold of, see if Kyle Gulia will sit in. So do we wanna push it out a month, just to give Jason time to get applicants, and we can make, contact with,
Yeah,
'cause I don't know
probably
what his-
August would be
what
good if
Kyle
we posted
Goulia's schedule
today,
is.
'cause you want to interview them right after the deadline, otherwise
Right.
there won't be
right,
anyone
There won't
left.
be anyone left. So, when do you wanna put the deadline for applications? So
How
just so
about
you
I
know-
put it August 4th and then that next week, because I'm on vacation the end of July.
How about
And-
we push it to the 6th? Cause I won't be home till here, the 13th. So then we could do
So then I could wait
interviews.
them till, yeah, if you're not getting home till then, I could hold it open till the 11th,
Okay,
see what we get.
okay, and then the following week, but then we're getting into, oh, no, that won't, that'll work. We could interview them anytime that week, or early this week. Is everyone good with August, well, say we meet the Tuesday the 19th?
August 19th?
Yes. Is Jason's gonna put out applications to the 11th? So then we'll review on the 19th? Does that give you
As
10
long as
minutes?
it's in the morning, I'm good.
Yeah?
Yep.
We can do morning.
9 AM
9
again?
AM works good. Okay,
All right.
okay. So then we just have to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. See you on the 19th of August.
What time is it? 9:30.